I'm going to start off with Sound Booth. Now, I mentioned earlier on, I showed you how, those of you that were here earlier, I showed you how inside of Premiere you could select a range of clips and then send them to After Effects automatically. There's a lot of that functionality in the, for example, in the Master Collection. I can send a sequence from inside of Adobe Premiere directly into Encore and work on it inside Encore to produce a DVD, to produce a Blu-ray DVD, to produce a Flash movie website. If I then change my mind partway through the process, when my client comes in and says, you know, I really like that character, but do you think maybe they should always wear a hat, or, you know, why don't you go and reshoot? I can go back, I can re-edit, and the changes will filter down and cascade back into Encore. So you have this sense, I hope, of the applications maintaining these persistent connections. You can see it in all the demonstrations we've done today. There's this persistent theme of sharing resources between multiple applications. And I think this is going to grow and grow in the future. Now, the application I've got open here is Sound Booth. Sound Booth was originally designed to, well, it's designed to be a very user-friendly audio editing application, specifically for video editors. Now, we've got Audition. Audition's still around, those of you that have heard of it. Audition was originally Cool Edit Pro, and Audition is a really lovely multi-tracking, comprehensive professional sound tool. The only issue with Audition is that a lot of people are really primarily video editors, and they struggle with the sheer number of options that Audition gives them. It's an advanced professional audio working tool. So Sound Booth was created to fill that gap between people who are just working in the cutting system. You're working in Premiere, you're cutting your movie, you've got a sound that's got a problem, maybe you've got a sound that's got a noise in the background, you know, you're working on I don't know, you're working on an adaptation of A Midsummer Night's Dream, the Shakespeare play, and in the middle of one of the scenes a mobile phone goes off, you know, and the cast managed to pull it off, but there's an unmistakable sound of a mobile phone going off. Now, ordinarily you would fix that by using maybe a notch filter. You'd maybe use some EQ, maybe parametric EQ to tidy up the sound. But you're kind of winging it when you work with those sound fixes. You experiment, you play with it until you hit the note. I'm going to show you a feature in Sound Booth that allows you to see the frequencies in a way that you just couldn't do before. And Sound Booth's got a whole bunch of standard operations like that built in. The interface is very task-orientated. You can see here on the right, I've got classic stereo waveforms. You've probably all seen something like this at some point. This is just showing me the amplitude. On the left here, I've got files that I'm working with, a sort of asset container. Down here, I've got a series of different tasks. And I can toggle between these and do things like removing sounds and doing volume correction. I think Toby's going to show you volume correction a little bit later. I can add markers, I can put some effects on, there's a whole list of audio effects. I can get the properties for a file. But the interface is very much simplified. It's designed to be very user-friendly.